What is up, my friends? So let's talk about The Conjuring 3. The Conjuring 3 released its trailer last week. I was going to make a video on it, and then I just got pretty busy, honestly. But I've made some videos on Mortal Kombat the movie. Go check it out if you haven't already. And I've also talked about the new Captain America that's supposedly coming by the people behind Falcon and the Winter Soldier, or should I say the new Captain America and the Winter Soldier. But let's get right into The Conjuring 3 because I've been waiting for this one for a while now. Ever since it got announced, ever since I knew there would be a Conjuring 3, I just been ready for it, and I'm here for it. Now, we all believed for a while, there was a rumor going around that The Conjuring 3 would focus on a werewolf case that the Warrens took on. Well, this one's not that. This is going to actually revolve around a very big case in the 80s, and the case is called The Devil Made Me Do It. Now, this is going to focus on the case that involved 19-year-old Arnie Johnson, who in 1981 was charged with murdering his landlord. He actually claimed demonic possession was the contributing factor to this and pled not guilty. This actually was a big thing nationwide, as it was the first time that somebody had ever said in the U.S. Judicial Court that they had actually committed a crime because of the devil or demonic possession. He went ahead and actually stabbed his landlord multiple times during an altercation about his fiancée. They later found Johnson 2 miles from the crime scene. As we see in the trailer as well, this is pretty much where he actually just already did what he did. Now, what actually happened according to the family is that there was actually an exorcism that had been performed earlier, and then during this exorcism the demon or whatever had jumped into Arnie's body, and then pretty much a couple of days later he committed the crime. Now, the Warrens actually were a big part of this case as well. They actually were part of the defense of innocence, and as we see from the trailer, this is going to be a courthouse type horror. We got in courthouse type horrors before, and I think that one of the most good horrors that take place during courthouse is Exorcism of Emily Rose. And that's a film that I've said I've always wanted to see some more films follow the footsteps. I like the whole aspect of we're already here at the end of it, and we're going to recap how we got here already. I like when movies do that, and I thought The Exorcism of Emily Rose did a pretty good job at that. It's something that's very, I would say, fragile in our society, is whether to believe people can commit something not because of mental or anything like that, but because of something supernatural. And I think that's going to be an interesting thing to watch in this movie. Now, there is some changes, of course, as we know. A lot of it has to do with the fact that this is a film that's going to be made about a real life case. So I think they were really trying to go a little bit further with the movie, like the witch's totem and all of that, which I don't think was presented in the real case. I will actually be doing a video talking about the real life case, go more in depth about it and how the Warrens took part in that. So look out for that video pretty soon. But we will also be seeing the possession of David Glatzel, who was the one that got the exorcism performed before it jumped into Arnie, and I think that's going to be a interesting thing to see how this is going to go on about. I think that this is going to be one of the most action-packed Conjurings as well, as we've seen from the trailer. I mean, that scene with Lorraine when she's in the woods and just running around, and then the end scene with the cliffhanger on a literal cliff, I think is going to be one of those things that's going to make this movie way above what the other Conjuring films were. So I'm excited for this. This is definitely going to be a summer blockbuster type movie. It is going to be on HBO Max and theater same day, just as we've seen Warner Brothers do with all their other movies. So I'm very interested to see how this one's going to do. I haven't seen how Mortal Kombat did at the box office, but I'm definitely going to look into that, because as I said, I think that's going to be a whole thing for Warner Brothers and HBO Max to see. Maybe some things they continue as only series on HBO Max, while other things can go with the theaters and so forth. So I'm excited about this film. I think it's a great case in the Warrens files to actually go on and really dissect how this happened, because as I said, it was a very big case during the 80s, and there was a lot of back and forth about it. So pretty pumped to see this film. What are your thoughts on it? What have you heard about the real life case? I will be making a video on it as well, so make sure you're subscribed to know when that drops. But like I said, I think that this is going to be an intense movie that is definitely going to rattle a lot of people because of it. So, The Conjuring, The Devil Made Me Do It. Are we excited or are we not? What do you think could be a spin-off from this one? I think this is the last in the Conjuring trilogy. I do believe they will still continue to make like their spin-offs and all of that, like Annabelle, The Nun, and all these other things. But in the Conjuring aspect of it, like Ed and Lorraine, this is gonna be the last time I think there's like a sole focus on them. And I think it's like 10 years already since the Conjuring came out, so I think that it's one of the best series out there. Hopefully this trilogy does give it a good send-off. This is not going to be directed by James Wan, though. However, it is the first one that is not directed by him, but it does have the same writers from The Conjuring 2, so it's still a little bit of that in there. He is still an executive producer, so that's great as well, but he will not be directing, so I'm pretty hesitant about it. But it is directed by Michael Chavez, who did the Llorona film, which wasn't bad, so I'm still excited for it. I think he's still able to deliver a good film with the Warrens and all of that. So we'll see. We'll see how it all plays out. Anyways, let me know in the comments below what you think. Let me know what you are most excited about. As I said, I think that the courthouse drama to it and grounded reality of it is going to add a different layer to The Conjuring than we've seen before, because I think a lot of the skepticism that will be shown will be a good drama to the real life horror we see as well, and hopefully we get something good out of this. So I will have the Arne Johnson true life case video coming out hopefully maybe tomorrow. I'll try to wrap it up tonight. I already have some recorded, but hopefully tomorrow I'll get that out. And I have another video on The Conjuring I want to do this week or next week, so stay tuned for that. A lot of videos coming as well. Still working on the Mortal Kombat sequel video, so make sure you are subscribed for that and turn on the bell for notifications so you know when it drops, because YouTube likes to be funny about those things. Anyways, as always, I'll see you next time. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Don't forget to hit the bell for notifications. Don't forget to share the video, and let me know your thoughts below on the movie as well. I'll see you next time. Stay safe, stay positive. If you're still listening, check out the video on the left. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you comment, like, share. Check out the video I already did on Mortal Kombat. Check out the Captain America video as well. I'll see all of you next time. As always, stay safe, stay positive.